Good morning, and we're back and ready to do it all over again.
Here we are with another challenge video. Last time we tried going a week without using single-use plastic. And this time we thought we'd do something that feels a little closer to home. So we've called it the Wellness Challenge, and the rules were that we have to live by the government's wellness recommendations. We know that different things work for different people when it comes to their mental health, and that there's no one set thing that works for everyone. So we thought we'd see how we feel after doing a week of the recommended guidelines.
So,
The rules for the Wellness Challenge are to follow the general wellness guidelines.
First one was exercise. We needed to make sure we were getting 150 minutes of some sort of cardio, so walking or at a good pace, or swimming or cycling.
fast walking apparently, but I'm not including it.
Yeah, and in that 150 minutes of exercise a week, 2 of those things have to be strength-based exercises. So yeah, something that works the big muscle groups. So you can't just be doing cardio for 150 minutes a week.
Basically, just go to the gym.
Getting your 5 fruits and veg a day, and also keeping an eye on portion sizes. I remember there being something around, apparently a portion is roughly the size of your fist.
You need a balanced diet, balanced stuff. You have to get 2 litres of water a day.
7 to 9 hours of sleep a night.
And before we go to bed, we had to make sure all of our devices were turned off 30 minutes before we slept.
And you also have to wear earplugs if it's loud, I guess.
Alcohol for me was probably going to be one of the biggest ones. We have to make sure we don't go over our unit limit, which is only 6 beers in a week. We can do 6 beers on a Friday quite comfortably, so I'm a bit nervous about that one.
You have to do something you enjoy doing.
Something new, I think, is the other thing as well, which was actually really cool. I'd never thought of that before when it comes to wellness, that doing something, new and exciting can be good for us as much as fruits and veg. And we were all trying to do that every day for a week.
So, I had a really strong start. So on Sunday, I made all of my lunches for the week, which was 9 different fruits and vegetables. Just at home, making my packed lunches before Wellness Week officially starts. Smashed it out the park already with 9 fruit and veg. What a start.
I didn't really have a flyer of a start. I didn't plan on getting much exercise in that week. However, I had my 5 fruit and veg a day, a balanced diet, I did everything.
Start of the week, and I was determined to get off to a flyer. So for my breakfast, I had porridge with a banana, I had some apple, and then went to have a meeting with Scott and had a smoothie with loads of fruit in it. Already I was at my fruit and veg pretty early on, especially after lunchtime. I can't remember what I had now, but had some sort of vegetable in it, I'm pretty sure.
Started off on a pretty good note. And as soon as I'm saying that, I realised I have completely failed on the fruit and veg front on Monday.
I then woke up early on Monday morning and I went to a HIIT class at Victor's Soul. So just left my 7:30 a.m. HIIT class at Victor's Soul. Now I'm going to jump on my bike, get into the office, have some porridge, starting my week right. I then, rather than my 3 coffees a day that I normally have, I narrowed this down to 1. And the rest of the day I had hot water with lemon.
At the start of the week, I really committed to walking to and from work every day, which is about 45 minutes. So yeah, I think I got a good 90 minutes of exercise. Oh wait, no, plus the yoga session. All in all, maybe 130 just on that day. I did an hour-long yoga class and 2 lots of walking.
I walked to and from work, which is about 40 minutes walk. On top of that, I went to my gym class, so I did a bit of spinning, and I was very good with my veggies and my fruits, which is quite a normal thing for me to do.
So I didn't feel particularly concerned on Monday. I was living in Berlin, which was kind of not a complete holiday, but a semi-holiday for me. So plenty of sleep. I wasn't too worried about the diet. Exercise, I think, was going to be fine. The only thing that I was concerned about and wasn't sure how it would go in terms of wellness was...
There is one problem. I don't think these babies are part of the recommended daily intake for adults. This is yesterday's count. Yeah, have a little bit of a caffeine consumption problem.
And then in the evening, I went to my last ever improv class. So I've been doing an improv course for the last couple of months every Monday night. And in terms of well-being for my mind and for my soul, this is one of the best things that I've done recently, and I was really gutted that it was ending. And at the end, we all wanted to celebrate the last couple of months together, so we went to the pub and I had 2 drinks and got home at 1:45 midnight.
And then it came to Monday night, and I could have probably gone for a run or something like that. couldn't be so didn't. One of our friends was down for the evening, so we had one beer just to celebrate.
And on Monday night, I did 5 rhythms, which is this like movement yoga thing that I had never done before, and I've always been a little bit afraid of. And we're just coming from 5 rhythms, which I have never done before, so I've been trying something new with Kevin. And I feel pretty good, is the honest truth. It was sweaty and interesting and more about connection and disconnection than I expected, but I enjoyed it, and I feel kind of alive.
So the rules about no phone before bed and a relaxed kind of entrance into lots of sleep did not happen.
Problem with turning my device off before I went to sleep was I wasn't thinking about when I was about to sleep and then turning my device off. I was on my device right up until I'd sleep, and then I would just sit there for 30 minutes until I was allowed to go to sleep because I couldn't do it any other way.
Now I'm used to being on my phone. Maybe it's brought up a bit more of a concern in me. I feel like I'm a bit bored.
So Monday actually felt like a pretty easy, achievable day for me.
Monday, okay.
Completed it, mate.
Tuesday, I cycled into work. I had porridge with apple and lemon and hot water for breakfast. I had 1 coffee, which is really good.
Tuesday, I was working from home, so knew it was going to be different, and instantly I was like, oh we got no fruit or veg. Our mate was still there, and me and Scott were both working from home, so he cooked us a nice brunch, which was healthy brunch, kind of balanced, some veggie sausages, some beans, eggs, tomatoes, avocado, so we got a bit of veg in there. And then at lunchtime we were like, you know what, let's go have a quick game of football. So we went and played football for about 30 to 40 minutes, just a bit of kick around, bit of running.
Did my first exercise of the week, went for about half hour of playing football, so pretty much running. Again, 5 fruit and veg a day. Didn't really struggle on the fruit and veg, to be honest with you. So it's about 8:30 and we realised probably haven't got all the fruit we needed for today. So we've taken a trip to Co-op because we have no fruit in the house.
Banana, apple.
5 fruit a day.
So on Tuesday, I decided to try something that I hadn't tried yet and I've wanted to do for ages. I went to a rebounding class, which is not a class where you try and get over your ex-partner. It was actually tiny little trampolines, and you jump up and down, and there's like a little section with weights in it as well. So I even ticked off my weight-bearing exercise, although they were only like 1 kilogram, so it was like holding like 2 bags of sugar. So I don't really know if that counts, but anyway. And I know I ticked all my 5 fruits and veggies this day as well, because I remember I had a smoothie afterwards. I had some lit lunch. It was so good. It was like roasted veggies and hummus and salad.
Okay, so I managed 7 hours of sleep last night, which technically counts, but not enough for this girl.
On Tuesday, same deal, rode my bike, so aerobic exercise, check. I decided to do some kind of exercise class called Total Body, which definitely hit the strength quota or component. Total Body was like super high energy, far more energy than I had when it came down to it, of like jumping around and using weights and like dancing and sit-ups and whatever. So I did the thing, okay?
So on Tuesday, I did my yoga class, which I really enjoyed. Had a bit of a choice situation where I had to kind of go between, or do I want my apple, or do I want to go with something more nutty like Nutella? Obviously I chose apple. So that was the healthy choice I made, and obviously that continued to be the choice for the whole week. What I failed to do though was my sleep, which is a pattern for me. I don't really sleep very well, so these 8 or whatever hours of sleep were just not happening for me.
Tuesday was fine. Again, you know, my normal schedule, particularly with the amount of space and time I had in Berlin, felt quite easy to take care of myself. There was one thing though about being in Germany that was a bit less supportive for wellness, and that's for anybody that's ever been into a German corner shop, or a Späti as they are known there. You'll know that they are filled with thousands and thousands of beer bottles, which is a real temptation for someone like me.
Or something that we enjoyed in the evening, we went to our Tuesday night pub quiz that we go to every week. This is normally like a 3 or 4 pinter for me, but we kept it down to 2.
With 28 points, it is subscribe to Liam Bedford!
Tuesday I always find a bit of an off day anyway, so it's a good day to go do something in the evening and treat yourself.
Wednesday, I had a meeting in the morning, so I couldn't cycle. I then did a HIIT exercise class at lunchtime.
So on Wednesday, I went to my favourite thing, which is boxing. It's one of those things that I've just suddenly really come to love. I started doing it in about April of this year. It's so intense and so hard, but it was about a 45-minute class, but it is like relentless, non-stop. It's like kettlebells, punching stuff, burpees, mountain climbers, you name it, we do it. So that was definitely a hectic day.
Oh, Wednesday was exciting. So I did continue walking to and from work. It was such a lovely weather. My diet did not change much. But what I did on Wednesday was do something or try something new. And I did sign up for a language course. The language I have chosen is French. Oui, oui.
Wednesday was a bit of a pivotal one because it's when I started to realise I'm going to have to put effort in to do this exercise. And I either go on 4 half-hour runs, or 2-hour runs. I mean, that's what I was going to do. I was going to do the hour runs. And looking, I had a fairly busy weekend. I'm going on holiday next week. I just started to, it started to become quite a daunting idea to get 2 hours more.
Went to see another friend on Wednesday. I've realised this week that I was quite busy, so this was quite hard to fit all of this stuff in, but I went to go see a friend. We went to go get a drink and I ordered 1 bottle of beer, but then they told me it was 2 for 1, so I had to buy 2. And at this point I'm like, I'm really smashing through my 6 allowed drinks. I've only got 1 left for the rest of the week, so I had to be really careful for Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And then Thursday happened.
Thursday, I got up, I cycled into work, I had my porridge and my apples, I had my vegetables for lunch. I didn't do any exercise during the day or after work, but I did cycle home and then I watched The Wire and was in bed by 10:30.
So Thursday, I had my 5 a day, easy. I usually go to bar on Thursday, so I was thinking that would be my second strength thing I'm supposed to do, and I never miss it. But I had a meeting that ran over, I missed bar, which was very distressing for me because I didn't have any time in the rest of the day to do another strength class. So I did this, it's called rebounding. You basically bounce around on trampolines. Doesn't count as strength in my book.
Jump up and down, and there's like a little section with weights in it as well, so I even ticked off my weight bearing exercise.
On Thursday, I felt like I was ahead of the game. I actually went to the gym for the 3rd time that week. Spent quite a long time in the gym, so I felt like in terms of, minutes spent exercising, I was well ahead. It was my day to do squats, and I videotaped myself. So for anybody that would like to see a video of me taking myself even more seriously than I usually do, you're welcome.
And I was meeting my cousin after work and we were going to go for drinks. So for me it was drink. Didn't just stay to drink, it was 2 gins, it was a pizza, it was chips, it was halloumi sticks, it was 2 cocktails. I've absolutely the challenge, to be honest, at this point. I went over my allowed drinks, I didn't have a balanced diet, I didn't get all my veg in, I still hadn't exercised on Thursday. So honestly at this point I just completely lost the plot.
People familiar with Sanctus may think, hey, Sanctus, they're into mental health. They, they must be into meditation and yoga and stuff like that. And I think for the sake of mental health, to prove how accessible and universal it is, I think I'm gonna get drunk tomorrow night. I had to go to the gym, or at least go for an hour run, or get drunk. That proved a pivotal one, because I chose to get drunk to do this challenge, to be honest.
I went to bar class, which I always describe as like ballet on crack. It's very, very intense. I don't actually know if it's that fun. I do like going. I actually normally go with Sophie, our head of coaching, and because it's so hard, I always feel like it's just so difficult that I can't actually think about anything else. So it's really good to switch my mind off. The video I've taken is a little bit sped up, but yeah, you just don't see me sort of swearing and getting frustrated because it's so hard and I can't do it properly.
And then in the evening, I made a cake, and it was the anniversary of my grandma passing, and so all of the people in my family made her favourite cake as a way to remember her. So I spent some time thinking about my grandma and making a chocolate cake and then eating the chocolate cake. Friday was not chill. Friday I cycled into work. So then I went to HIIT class at lunchtime, then I had another slice of my grandma's cake in the afternoon, on Friday afternoon. Then I went to my friend's house on Friday nights and everyone was making Spanish food, and so we ate a lot, but I made the decision not to drink, so I just had water. and then I cycled home from my friend's house at about midnight.
So yeah, Friday I just took as a big fat rest day. I had my coaching session in the morning, so that was something for my mental health, not my physical health.
Nothing really specific, the same things, gym, walking, diet, bad sleeping, so that's what I was really struggling with.
Friday, I was really tired. I had planned to make up my strength class or whatever at the gym, and then I missed the strength class that I was supposed to do. And I never miss it. And I basically had to beg the people at the gym to let me do a different strength class. And there was only one more, but luckily there was one more. And luckily they let me switch to that, and it was actually called lift. And so we were using like proper barbells. Are they called barbells? I think so. And like actually doing serious weightlifting.
Friday evening, we went to the pub again. I had another drink. I honestly lost count at this point how many drinks I've had throughout the week. Considering I was only supposed to have about 6, I've probably doubled that already now. But managed to convince Poppy to come to the gym with me, and we went gym and swim, and she wasn't even doing the challenge, she was just there to support me, which was great. And when I say I've never been in the gym, I'm not exaggerating. I literally have been in the gym like twice in my life. I was trying to still get the exercise in there that I was supposed to do for the rest of the week, but it was irrelevant because I went and had a couple of gins when I got home as well. So honestly, like...
So Saturday I woke up feeling really smug that I was not hungover and all of my friends were. I made brunch for a friend who came round, and we had a really nice brunch sat in the sun. I then went to a mate's barbecue and played with her 6-week-old puppy. Again, made the decision not to drink, so I just had a really nice day, sat eating really good food, playing with the puppy and not drinking.
Unboxing Saturday morning, nearly killed me again. It's quite a near-death experience every time I go. But yeah, I just absolutely love it. I really enjoy it. It doesn't feel like exercise to like force myself or to punish myself into doing anything. And yeah, I realised this week I kind of just lived like my normal routine, but was just a bit more mindful of getting things in, and I was a bit more committed to it as well than I usually am. I don't always go like twice a week to stuff. Sometimes I'll just go like to 1 or 2 things in the week, but this week I kind of ticked all the boxes of things that I like to do.
I spent Saturday in one of the parks nearby, which I really enjoy doing. I read a book, which is, I think, if I remember right, that was part of the boxes that you had to tick. So that was a good thing, and it was really nice because the weather, as I said, was really lovely, so I could do that and I enjoyed it.
Sunday I spent with my nan. I went to go visit her. Yeah, just like I went over there really early in the morning, so just like had breakfast together, which was really nice. I think that's the other thing about wellness as well, is like trying to cram like all these rules in. Like, what would I have like not gone for breakfast with my nan, or had to bring like loads of stuff with me, or forced her to eat like, I don't know, some weird porridge thing that I like to eat. Whereas actually it was much better just to go spend time with her and just like, it's not the end of the world if I don't get like 2 portions of fruit at my breakfast time. It was much better just to go spend the day with her, so that was cool.
I finished the week strong. It was car-free day in London, so I spent the day cycling around London, enjoying the city without any cars on the road. It was also open house day, so I went and saw lots of buildings that were open. And then I finished really strongly in the afternoon by going to Barry's boot camp, the hardest workout that you can do with a friend. Had a smoothie, came home, went to bed. Wellbeing week, done.
Overall, I felt pretty good and pretty well rested, and like I'd really looked after myself. So yeah, I just maybe hadn't had much time to do nothing, which I think is also a really important part of wellness, is actually just trying to do nothing and just having those nights where you sit on the sofa and don't do anything. I don't think it's all about like doing stuff all the time and trying to be really healthy. And I think the other side of the wellness coin is letting yourself have some indulgences as well.
I think the difficult part of these rules is the fact that we're saying they are rules. These are restrictions, but in terms of feeling, wellness, what I think they're going for, they're good to go for. You need to have targets to go for, and I think these are achievable targets. I'm probably going to scale it down a bit and maybe double the amount of alcohol consumption.
This didn't feel like a particularly different week to me. Some of the things that felt different, in a funny way, I felt slightly more anxious about something. It made me more aware of the fact that basically I'm not getting enough sleep. Like, I know the government recommendation is 7 to 9 hours. I'm definitely not a 7 hours a night kind of gal. And that is definitely how I'm living my life right now. So I felt more aware of not getting quite enough sleep, and that made me feel a little bit more anxious of it. Did going with these rules improve my mental health at all? I wouldn't say that doing this improved my mental health in a tangible way necessarily.
Well, overall, I have to say these are not impossible things to do, and when you are doing them as part of your lifestyle already, it's not something you really think about. What I found difficult was the awareness that, if I don't walk today, failing my schedule, or am I not being well today, or if I forget to have my 5 days and instead have this Nutella toast, does that make me, it did make me feel a bit, I'm not doing it right, and it does put a bit more pressure than it's needed already, because we already think and talk about this so much, and there's so much demand on how we live our life and what's right and what's wrong, and the well-being industry is just putting so much pressure already. So this kind of felt like, oh my God, if I don't do that, am I failing?
For me, good wellness I have a feeling of balance. I have a sense of being more easily in touch with thoughts, my feelings, my body, and a lot of the things that we were doing this week are kind of the foundational support. So eating well, not drinking too much, drinking a lot of water, getting good sleep, things that I think that, are on every doctor's recommendations, but it's so easy for us to think of them as what we should aspire to, when actually they really should be our base and support good wellness.